Good morning, students. Today we study a new chapter. The name of the chapter From Trade to Power. In this lesson, we will learn about different European countries came to India for trade. The European countries reached India for trade. In the beginning, the European countries had interest in trade only. Gradually, strong competition between the European countries for attaining trade concession. This led to the battles between the European countries. The Europeans who established their supremacy in India made significant changes in social and cultural fields. We will learn about it in detail in this lesson. Okay. From trade to power. കച്ചവടത്തിൽ നിന്നും അധികാരത്തിലേക്ക്. First, a story about pepper. Even the black gold has a story to tell. Pepper is otherwise known as black gold. Black gold is known as pepper. Friends, I am Pepper. Can I invite you to the Europe a few centuries ago? The rural folks in Europe would kill some of their cattle for meat and preserve it for the prolonged winter season. The heavy snowfall in the winter was not favorable for the grass to grow in the cattle fields. Both the people and cattle faced the shortage of food during the season. The solution for this was to preserve the cattle meat as food for winter. Remember that there was neither electricity nor refrigerator of any kind during that time. So they found me effective in preserving the meat and making it tastier. In short, it was inevitable for them. My friends, cardamom, cinnamon and ginger, all spices like I am, were also loved by them. The traders came in search of us from the time immemorial. Do you listen to the story of Pepper? What did you understand from the story? What did you understand? Pepper is the main product that has been collected by foreigners from our country since ancient time. Why did they brought pepper from India? What was their aim? During the winter season, the people and cattle faced the shortage of food. During the winter season, Europe experienced the food shortages. The solution for this problem, the Europeans preserved the cattle meat as food for winter. Before winter, they kept the meat. Pepper was used extensively to keep the meat for a long time. The Europeans understood that pepper is very effective in preserving the meat and making it tastier. Traders had come to India, bought not only pepper but also cardamom, cinnamon and ginger. The spices were the favorites of the Europeans. The spices of our land were essential to the foreigners. Spices were most essential for foreigners. The traders all over the world used to visit here to collect the spices. Traders have been coming to India since ancient times to collect the spices. In the previous chapter, we studied about the Turks conquered Constantinople in 1453. So, the trade relation between Europe and Asia became dismantled. The situation necessitated the European traders to find out a new sea route to India. With the discovery of sea route to India, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English and the French reached India for the purpose of trade. The Portuguese, the Dutch, the English and the French reached India for the purpose of trade. First, we study about the Portuguese. It was a sunny morning in the month of May 1498. Three huge ships anchored at Capat near Calicut. The language and dress code of the mariners in the ships were quite different from the native people. They were a group of sailors from Portugal under the leadership of Vasco da Gama. The Samorin and then ruler of Calicut did not provide trading facilities to Vasco da Gama. So he left for Kannur, gathered necessary goods and then returned to Portugal. 1498 May, Vasco da Gama reached Calicut. Their ships anchored means Nanguram iduga. Their ships anchored at Capat near Calicut. The language and dress code of the mariners were entirely different from the native people. Mariners means navigar. A group of sailors from Portugal under the leadership of Vasco da Gama reached Calicut. At that time, the ruler of Calicut was the Samorin. The Samorin was the ruler of Calicut. The Samorin did not provide trading facilities to Vasco da Gama. So, Vasco da Gama left for Kannur. Why did the Portuguese sailor go to Kannur? What was the reason? The ruler of Calicut did not provide any trading facilities to Vasco da Gama. Then he left to Kannur and then he gathered. Gathered means avada ninnu shekarichu. Then Vasco da Gama gathered necessary goods from Kannur and then he returned to Portugal. Almeida and Albuquerque, two sailors from Portugal, here for trade following Vasco da Gama. Who were the other Portuguese sailors came to Kerala for trade? Almeida and Albuquerque came to Kerala after Vasco da Gama for trade. Goa and Daman and Diu were the major trade centers of the Portuguese. Which are the major trade centers of Portuguese? Goa and Daman and Diu. They constructed several forts at Kerala. Which are they? St. Angela Fort at Kannur and Kottappuram Fort in Thrissur. The Portuguese were also known as Parangis. Who were known as Parangis? The Portuguese. Portuguese introduced several agricultural crops. Agricultural crops like pineapple, guava, papaya, red chilli, cashew, tobacco, etc. were introduced by the Portuguese. The widespread use of printing machine and the development of the art form Chavuttu Nadagam were some of the impacts of Indo-Portuguese relationship. The printing press spread in Kerala with the arrival of the Portuguese. With the arrival of the Portuguese, the printing press was widely spread in Kerala. Chavuttu Nadagam was developed by Portuguese. These are the major contributions of Portuguese. But the Portuguese could not establish many trade centers in India. Why did the Portuguese could not establish many trade centers in India? They did not have enough economic and military resources to compete with other European powers. Portugal was a small country with a limited resources. Its resources were not sufficient to compete with other European countries. They faced the resistance from native forces. Other reason, they faced the resistance from native forces. The Portuguese faced the local resistance from native forces. These are the major reasons the Portuguese could not establish many trade centers in India. Kunyali Maracas, the admirals of Samorin's naval force, led the resistance against the Portuguese in the Malabar region. Kunyalis were the commanders of the naval force of Samudri. The Kunyali Maracas led the resistance against the Portuguese. The Kunyali Maracas led the resistance against the Portuguese, then started the decline of the Portuguese supremacy in Kerala. In 1663, Portuguese supremacy ended. Then the other European force who reached India following the Portuguese, that is the Dutch. Next, we study about the arrival of the Dutch. The Dutch were another European force who reached India following the Portuguese. Kochi and Kollam were the chief trade centers of the Dutch. Which are the major trade centers of the Dutch? Kochi and Kollam. It was Van Treed, a Dutch governor, who initiated the compilation of Hortus Malabaricus, a book on the medicinal plants of Kerala. He completed the book with the help of Itti Achyutan Vaidyar. Hortus Malabaricus is a book on the medicinal plants of Kerala. Hortus Malabaricus was developed under the leadership of Van Treed, a Dutch governor. Van Treed completed the book with the help of Itti Achyutan Vaidyar. Itti Achyutan Vaidyar is a Malayali. Van Treed completed the book with the help of Itti Achyutan Vaidyar. Hortus Malabaricus is a book on the medicinal plants of Kerala. Hortus Malabaricus was written in Latin language. The Malayalam translation of Hortus Malabaricus has been published in Kerala University. Hortus Malabaricus was published from Amsterdam. Hortus Malabaricus is a book on the medicinal plants of Kerala. Hortus Malabaricus was developed under the leadership of Van Treed with the help of Itti Achyutan Vaidyar. The Dutch fought with Marthandavarma, the king of Travancore, following the disputes over trade. Disputes means Tarkangal. The Dutch were defeated in the Battle of Kolachel in 1741. They lost their ground in India with this war. The Dutch fought with Marthandavarma, the king of Travancore, over trade disputes. The battle between the Dutch and the King Marthandavarma is known as the Battle of Kolachel. Battle of Kolachel took place in 1741. The Dutch were defeated in the Battle of Kolachel in 1741. After the Battle of Kolachel, the Dutch lost their ground in India. The Dutch were also known as Lanthans. The Europeans who came first were the Portuguese, then the Dutch, and then the English. Next, we study about the arrival of the English. The advent of the English. ഇംഗ്ലീഷുകാരുടെ വരവ്. The English East India Company was formed in England in 1600 for trade with the countries like India and China. The English East India Company was founded in London in 1600 to trade with countries such as India and China. Surat in India was the first trade center of the company in India. Which was the first trade center of the East India Company in India? Surat. Surat in Gujarat was the first trade center of the English East India Company in India. They established other trading centers, which are they? Bombay now known as Mumbai, Calcutta now known as Kolkata, and Madras now known as Chennai. English East India Company established trading centers at Bombay, Calcutta, and Madras. Which was the first trade center of the English East India Company in India? Surat in Gujarat. Next, the French trade relations. The French East India Company was established in 1664 and the French reached India for the purpose of trade. Pondicherry now known as Puducherry, Mahi and Karaikal were the chief trade centers of the French. Pondicherry was their headquarters. The French East India Company was established in 1664. The French were the last Europeans to trade in India. Which are the major trade centers of the French? Pondicherry, Mahi and Karaikal. Pondicherry was the headquarters of the French East India Company. In which year the French East India Company was established? In 1664. The French were the last Europeans to trade in India. Look at the map of India given in your textbook. This map shows the trade centers established in India by various European countries. Can you identify any common features of these European trade centers? All these trade centers are located along the coast of India. The Europeans established their trade centers in the coastal area of India because it helped them very much for export and import. In which states do these trade centers presently situate? Find out in which states these trade centers presently situate. This is your homework. Today we study about the arrival of the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English and the French. Everyone reads this part as well. Today's class is winding up.